Yo, what is up, guys? It's the owner of Anarchy RSPS here. We actually have super exciting news for the server today. But before we get into that, guys, we do have some exciting IRL stuff to go over. So basically, the IRL stuff includes I had this executive VP of a recruiting place want to, talk to me about getting a job, which would be super sick. So basically, that opportunity, I actually kind of messed it up a little bit. I'll talk about that in the end of the video. But before we get into that, guys, what we're going to go ahead and talk about is the $100 PayPal competition. We will be selecting a winner for that probably tomorrow, as well as giving out the boxes as well. Now, another exciting thing is that we do have the presets interface that I'm going to be working on daily. And actually, I haven't been working on updates like daily as much as I should, but I'm going to set aside some time every single day to do certain things like, make updates for the server, look for jobs, things like that. So I got to get a schedule going. And then not only that, guys, but actually a lot of people have been donating for custom weapons, which is very sick. So if you guys want to donate for anything, then I might be able to give you a good deal. Just DM me on Discord, and that's like the best way to reach me, really. But anyways, guys, now what I want to talk about is we might actually get into the IRL stuff, guys. So anyways, as you guys know, I'm like talking to a girl, and I think some people were telling me about the one girl that I want to issue an apology to. So I gave her an apology, and then I gave her a sweatshirt as well. And then I saw she posted a picture of her wearing the sweatshirt. So I'm assuming, that kind of means she might have accepted the apology, which is pretty sick. But obviously, she hasn't like DM me or anything. And probably the reason for that is, well, things seem to be going kind of pretty good with her ex. Honestly, she was having issues with him for like 6, 7 months where I think, he might have been drinking too much and that was maybe affecting their relationship. So I think that she wanted him to not drink as much anymore. And honestly, I think within the past like week or two, he actually might have just stopped drinking, which is kind of crazy. But what's also crazy is that for over a year they were like together or whatever, and it was not even an issue. But then it became an issue like right at the beginning of this year. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. If it was like his New Year's resolution, he's like, I'm just gonna start drinking more or something. So I don't know if he was sober before that or what was going on, but it was enough to the point where they had to like break up in like January or February or something. So obviously some big problems. But anyways, that's that situation. That girl like doesn't want to talk to me really, but maybe if the only way that I probably maybe be able to talk to her again is like I don't know really as a friend only, and or otherwise her ex would have to like start drinking again, which that would kind of suck. So but honestly, it's a possibility that I mean he's only been sober for like a week, so really no, who knows how long like a person can actually be sober or whatever. But anyways, then there's another girl that I'm talking to, and she's that situation is even more exciting actually because what's happening is that I'm talking to her and she wants to work things out with her ex, but her ex actually doesn't want to work things out with her. So that could be good news for me if they're not able to get back together, then she's actually willing to go on a date with me. And actually, she said she has like a crush on me. And not only that, guys, but actually the coolest thing about it is that she doesn't even like do short-term dating. I think she said. I think she's like saying, oh, she just goes into like long-term relationships, which basically is it's good news for me because you know there's I've gone and dated like several girls where the dates only last like a few dates or whatever, and then they just like stop talking to you kind of. They like I don't know if they necessarily ghost you or they tell you an issue they have with you that might be like you might think it's like kind of small or whatever, and then yeah, so they just like lose interest basically is unfortunate, but I'm getting better at being able to say the right things and listen more, so that might be able to help me in the situations. I feel like I made a lot of progress over the last year actually, becoming a lot better. I might be able to talk to people on my server really well, but that doesn't exactly translate over to like IRL type of stuff like that, like dating. But anyways, so I'm also going to go to the bar. I've been doing that like daily for the last week. So that's pretty sick, but it can be a little costly. I'm like spending $5 per day, at least $5. But I did get free drinks yesterday. Sometimes I do get free drinks, so that's pretty sick. But I don't want to go there and like not pay money every single time because then they'll think I'm like loitering or whatever. But yeah, so I just buy like a shot or whatever, or I buy like they have drinks that are under $5. So and then I just like leave the rest of it as a tip for them because I think a shot is like 3.50 or something, and then I just leave like $1.50 tip or whatever. But anyways, that's like some of the IRL stuff that's going on, guys. There's an exciting opportunity with you know, mainly with the girl that her ex might not want to work things out. But it seems like the other situation where the girl that doesn't want to talk to me, I had to apologize to her. Her and her ex were able to work things out. What's interesting is that she like basically stuck by his side, and like she'd hang out with him like, basically every week, even though he's like having a drinking problem basically for like 6 months in a row. She was kind of putting up with that. And then so it seems like he got sober, which is very exciting. So we'll see how long that lasts. It might last a while, hopefully. But anyways, so there's also another girl I talked to yesterday, which is kind of crazy. She's like very young, like only 21, and she's talking to a 38-year-old guy. She's like saying, "Oh, this 38-year-old guy has a crush on me, and he wants me to go work on a weed farm or something." But she's busy like going to school for computer science type of stuff. So honestly, I don't know if she's going to take that opportunity or not. But I'm trying to talk to her friend because I'm trying to get her friend to be like a wing woman for me, so she can like tell this girl that I kind of really like talking to her. So because I talked to her yesterday for like 10, 15 minutes or whatever, and I thought it was a pretty good conversation. So then if I tell her friend to tell her that it was a really good conversation, she might want to talk to me a bit more. So we'll have to see. And then that's fun. The funny thing is the girl asked me if I was autistic or whatever, and she's like, "I'm not trying to be rude, but are you autistic?" And I don't know exactly like the reason for asking that question or whatever, but sometimes I do, like, maybe I'm standing around and not talking that much as like a wallflower sometimes, but sometimes I can be super talkative as well. So, it just really depends on, you know, I drink like this energy drink or whatever that has like, it seems like it has almost every single stimulant you can stick in an energy drink, and then like it's a combination of all of them, and it's crazy. But anyways, I have so many IRL stories, guys. Did I even talk about the? Oh, I don't know if I even talked about that job thing. So, did I mention that like there was a phone call actually that was going to be scheduled or whatever for 3:40, and so I was freaking out because I go upstairs, I give the guy my home phone number. I look and there's literally no home phones in sight whatsoever, and I'm like, what is going on there? So then I'm looking around the house, and literally, yeah, I'm not able to receive the phone call. So I just messaged the guy like, "Yo, can we like reschedule or whatever? I'll give you a new phone number." Like, literally, I don't have that house phone, so if you called me, then that's not good. But by some like miracle, literally, what happened is that the guy who was going to call me actually said that he was busy today, which is really good news. So he needs to reschedule so I can actually I can go ahead and give him my new number or whatever. So that's really good news. But yeah, anyways, it's kind of cool to talk to these recruiters because honestly, I feel like I might have a bigger opportunity to be able to get a job talking to a recruiter rather than going and like spamming my resume to a bunch of people. So, but someone was telling me I might even have to go as far as like I think they were saying like literally go and message the people that are posting the job applications. But I don't know. I haven't personally gone that far yet. I just send in my resume, see if they like it, and sometimes they actually get back to me and do like interviews and interview process. But honestly, I've had more luck so far from like recruiters reaching out to me, and that's not even from like me applying myself. I just say on LinkedIn I'm looking for jobs, and like a few recruiters per month basically like start asking me, do you want to work here? Do you want to work here? I actually did mention I got to the final interview basically for another job, but someone else beat me, which is pretty crazy. They have more years of experience or whatever. Now, with a senior level software engineering, which is like almost the highest level of software engineering, actually, what's going on there is the number of years experience you need is like they say 6 or more years, which I have like 9 to 12 years, but they actually want someone who's like 10 to 20 years experience. And sometimes these people might have as many as like, I don't know, the people that are beating me could have like 15 years of experience where I only have like maybe like 9 to 12 or whatever, like I said. So, some people might have quite a bit more experience, but that's why it's difficult for me right now. I've already been searching for jobs for like almost 2 3 months. So hopefully by the end of the year or whatever, I'm able to actually, get a job as a software engineer. That would be super sick. Although if I do, then I'm gonna have to actually move to probably for like half the week. I'm gonna have to be in another place, like a bigger city or whatever, where the job actually is, and then maybe I'll drive to my hometown for the other half of the week. That could be kind of cool. But a lot of the jobs I go for are hybrid, which means that I only have to be actually at the office maybe like 2, 3 days a week. There was one position I almost got where it was like 4 days a week, so I could drive home during like for 3 days out of the week or whatever. But yeah, anyways, so all very exciting news, guys, with the IRL stories. Because actually, like I said, I was scared because I literally thought I missed that phone call, but actually, no, they actually want to reschedule. So that basically fixes everything. But yeah, it seems like, the job search is going well enough, I guess. I'm not like in an interview process yet, but I'm talking to a recruiter, and the girl situation is going okay, I guess. Like, I'm talking to girls for sure, but whether or not they're, going to be able to date me in the future, we'll have to see. Because one is trying to work things out with her ex, and her ex still seems a little interested, but we'll have to see, what happens there. But personally, I don't know. It's a difficult situation if, like, let's say there were really big issues in your relationship or whatever. Would I be able to overlook those and then, like, get back into a relationship with someone, or would I cut things completely off? Well, relationships are honestly kind of hard to get into, so that's probably why a lot of people are like able to overlook so easily, or like flaws in the relationship or whatever so easily, or like flaws in the other person. But yeah, anyways, so I don't know. Relationship, honestly, a relationship could be like a bit easier to get into if you know a bunch of people. Which, if I'm going to the bar every day, which is pretty sick, then I kind of know like a lot of the people that are there, which is definitely good news. So that's why I'm able to, like, I can almost message or tell someone to message their friend or whatever, and then be able to try and like talk to someone that way, which would be pretty sick. So that's kind of all the stories I have for you guys, and then I'm excited to also start this new schedule like I was talking about, where we'll be doing working on several different things, like for a certain period of time every single day, like working on the server for a little bit every day, working on job searching for a little bit every day. I have like a workout I do every single day as well. I'm lifting like a 30-pound weight right now, but honestly, I should be able to be up at the 35-pound. Now, the 30-pound weight is pretty difficult. I'm doing like a lot of reps with it. But anyways, yeah, I might buy new weights at some point. I don't think a gym membership is really worth it, but honestly, if I went up to the 35-pound, then I'd only be on it for like 2, 3 weeks, and then I'd probably like try and go up to the 40-pound, and then 2, 3 weeks later try and go up to the 45-pound. But honestly, I'm probably getting close to like the natural limit or whatever they call that. So I might be like running into the limit of how hard I can actually work out or whatever. But oh my god, guys, I went to the bar and there's literally a dude that it brings like dogs to the bar or whatever, and he can literally just sit there and talk and talk, and like he carries the conversation like even more so than me. And usually I'm able to carry a conversation like 90% or more, but I've gotten kind of good recently at and it could just because like literally well, I try to let the other person talk, and then they can talk for as long as they want. I'm getting better at that. But yeah, when I go to the bar, honestly, I'm probably a little bit tired as well, because it's usually like right around the time that I go to sleep as well. I basically go to sleep once I'm done with the bar. So yeah, but anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy all the stories. This is like one of the longest videos I've done in a long time, but I literally have way more stories that I'm not even like telling you guys. Like if I don't get the job for programming or whatever, which I do have, I have enough to pay like at least another 3, 4 months worth of bills or whatever, because I got paid pretty well in my last programming position. But if it doesn't work out where I'm not able to find a job for like literally, I've been searching for 3 months. If I'm not able to find a job for another 3, 4 months, then what's going to happen is, I might have to work at a factory or something similar. So we'll have to see what happens. But there's an old lady I talked to that was like my mom's neighbor or whatever, and she's like, "Yo, you gotta." She's like, "I worked at 3M for like 40 plus years." She's like, "You gotta go work at 3M." I'm like, "Okay." And then she's like, "Otherwise, there's 2 other factories that are hiring." I'm like, this retired lady somehow knows like all the factories in my town are like hiring, so that's kind of crazy. But she's like, "Yeah, go work at these factories." I'm like, "Do you like work for these factories as like a recruiter, or what's going on here?" But anyways, that's going to do it for the end of this video, guys. I will save some stories for you tomorrow, maybe. I love doing story times, but honestly, like, if you reached it this far, that's crazy. Definitely hit the subscribe button. But anyways, a lot of people probably only make it through like a minute or two of the video, so if you made it this far, that is actually insane. Honestly, I think with some of the bigger YouTubers, it would be really cool to have like, a lot of people watching this far in the video. But honestly, I'm not a really big YouTuber that has like thousands of subscribers or millions or tens of millions. But a YouTuber like that, honestly, you probably have a much higher chance of like them, their viewers or whatever, like watching more of the video. But yeah. Anyways, I honestly don't know how much my players like the IRL stories, if they do or not. But I like to include them, and that's usually what gets the like people talking in the comments or whatever. But now this video is 15 minutes, which is crazy because usually my videos are like 5-10 minutes, sometimes even under 5 minutes if I don't really have any stories. But luckily today we had a lot of stories. I was like literally freaking out because of the I'm like, oh my god, I missed that phone call because we literally don't have a house phone. And I don't know if I mentioned in one of my previous videos, the reason I don't have a cell phone right now is because I actually broke my cell phone. I was trying to replace the battery and then the screen broke. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm having a difficult time like being able to call and text people and stuff. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for the end of the video. Peace out, guys.